Trailers. We got a trailer for Masters of the Universe and Star Wars Maul. There's like a different name to it. Hold on. Star Wars Maul Shadow Lord. Ooh. These are two projects that, if I'm being completely honest with you guys, if I'm being for real, no cap, I don't really care that much about. I have zero reference for Masters of the Universe. I've never seen any of the cartoons. I think there was like a Dolph Lundgren live action movie. Never watched that. And I don't really care that much about Darth Maul. But I'm open to having my mind changed. So let's just see what it's all about. Why don't we?
All that stuff that only exists in legends and bedtime stories.
It's real, actually. Oh my gosh. I think I'm right about this. I think Jared Leto is playing Skeletor, which we'll see.
Talking tigers, spaceships, and magic swords that can make a man as mighty as a god. Where I come from, that stuff is real.
So it seems like He-Man was born in this like weird fantasy world, but he also, I think, exists on Earth. So is it like a Thor situation from the MCU where Asgard is like a planet out in space and he's kind of an alien and he can like travel to Earth? Is that kind of what's going on here? Kind of seems like it.
Why did you send me away?
I wanted you to be...
Yeah, it's interesting. It's like sci-fi and fantasy mixed together, which I mean is very MCU Thor.
safe. So I sent you to a place I knew that they'd never find you. There's...
Nobody wants to go to Earth.
This obsession with nerd stuff and sword things, it's not a good look for human resources.
Why? I guess, are you not allowed to like look up weapons on the company computer? Okay, what are we doing with this like weird military time? Who uses this aside from military people? I always see this and I'm like, I don't know what that means. I don't know what time that is.
I know it sounds crazy, but that sword is gonna show me the way home.
Wait, what's going? Okay, I'm sorry. Is He-Man a legend on Earth? And are there like He-Man toys and stuff? Is that a thing? Is he not like the original He-Man? I don't know.
Home.
Sir, you can't do that.
Don't worry.
Okay, that's I don't know if that joke doesn't quite work for me.
The sword's mine.
Here's the thing. That joke might have worked if he didn't do that little squeal.
Sir, you can't do that. Sir, you
See, the little squeal doesn't it makes it not work.
can't do that.
Don't worry. The sword's mine.
Although I do kind of like the idea of like the actual sword of legend or whatever, just being at a random toy shop. This summer, we will go inside of Jared Leto's mouth.
Hang on, it's about to get weird.
That was like a really weird title treatment. I feel like this is just it just looks bad.
Hang on, it's about to get weird.
So I guess he gets the sword, and then like a signal gets sent out into the not Asgard place, and then they come and get him, I guess. You know, it really does. It's so weird. It's like it's like Guardians of the Galaxy happened in 2014, right? And then they decided to kind of ruin, at least in my opinion, Thor. I mean, I don't ruin maybe is a strong word, but then like they got Taika Waititi to like model Thor off of Guardians of the Galaxy and try to emulate it. And now it feels like we're getting, it's like Thor Ragnarok was already like a weird, desperate attempt to try to recapture the magic of Guardians of the Galaxy. Now we're like another step removed from that, where it's like so many of these other properties feel like they're trying to, it feels like they're desperately trying to recapture the magic of Thor Ragnarok, which was already trying to desperately recapture the magic of Guardians of the Galaxy. It's like, I don't know, this doesn't look terrible by any means, but it just doesn't, I'm not that interested in it.
What am I supposed to do? Take this.
I mean, that looks pretty cool. You know, don't tell anybody that it's Jared Leto.
Take
The
the
movie,
sword.
the movie will do okay.
You protect them.
I think is he like a Shazam type character where when he wields the sword he gets all muscular and stuff? I feel like that might be an element of this. Ooh, isn't that what's her face? I don't remember her name. Alison Brie, isn't she a villain in this? Yeah, I think that's Alison Brie. Yeah, I think it is like a Shazam situation. But it doesn't work because it's not like he's more muscular, or it's not like he doesn't look fit and muscular in his normal people clothes. I mean, it's fine because I would rather they just do that where he's just wearing normal people clothes and you can still tell that he's muscular underneath it all, and then he just looks the same when he's shirtless. I would much rather that than some weird situation where they get like a skinnier guy to do it and then he wields the sword and then it's just like a weird CGI muscular body. That would look awful. I guess they could have maybe done a thing where they film all of his scenes where he looks super skinny and then they put him on horse steroids and they get him on the Chris Hemsworth exercise regimen and then shot the rest of the movie. But that also sounds like a headache. So I think it's fine. Also, I could be totally not, like, I could be pulling that lore out of my ass. I just thought that it was a Shazam situation where He-Man looks like a normal man and then he wields the sword and he turns into a big Chad humongoloid. I mean, Skeletor looks pretty cool. I kind of don't mind. Or I don't know if he's supposed to be like a complete skeleton or if he is supposed to be like a skull face and then a ghoulish body. The character design is pretty cool, I will admit. Yeah, listen, it looks very generic. It looks, like I mentioned before, it's like we're 2 steps removed from trying to desperately recapture the magic of Guardians of the Galaxy. But it could be fine. And, you know, this is directed by, oh gosh, what's his face? Does it say it in the description? I'll just look it up. It's being directed by Travis Knight, who directed Kubo and the Two Strings, which is a movie that I really want to get around to. He also directed Bumblebee, which people really like. I I started watching that movie and I kind of got bored, so I I do need to get back to it. But I think these are two movies that people really like generally. So I think that I think that people should remain optimistic about Masters of the Universe, but it certainly does feel like a movie where, it kind of, where a director kind of got churned into the big budget Hollywood system, and within all of that, hopefully there's some, artistic integrity in there, but you just, out the conveyor belt came out Thor Ragnarok-esque slop. But we'll see. All right, now let's see the trailer for Star Wars Maul, Shadow Lord.
Times have changed.
You know what? You do have to give credit to, say what you will about Disney Star Wars. The animation does look really good. I don't know, that kind of looks like a real hand.
Times have
Am I crazy?
changed. I will show you the galaxy for what it truly is.
Okay, it was only that shot. I'm not saying that all of this looks real.
See things from a new perspective.
Is this what our future holds? Always running.
By the way, I have absolutely zero context for where this is in the timeline. I don't know if it's after the prequels, but before the original trilogy, or after the original trilogy, but before the sequel trilogy, or blah, 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 blah. I literally have no context. I'm not that big of a Star Wars fan. I can't just tell immediately by looking at what's going on. Okay, wait. Actually, these are stormtroopers, right? So that must mean, I think, that it takes place after the prequels, but before the original trilogy, or at least during the original trilogy, I think. Maybe. I think.
I invite you to look more closely.
What are we dealing with?
Good question. And I offer you an opportunity.
Maul.
I also forget, did Obi-Wan not kill Darth Maul in Star Wars Rebels? Wasn't that the end of Maul? Bro, I have no idea anymore.
We have all been made to suffer. We survive. But you...
It is funny, though, because now Dave Filoni is, the co-CEO of Lucasfilm, so we're probably going to get, a Darth Maul live-action series, and if you've never watched, Rebels or the Clone Wars or this show now, it's you're just not going to have any idea what's going on. It's going to be so funny.
Not live. The Emperor wants you dead.
Is this not the guy from Ahsoka? The random villain character that I think Ahsoka just killed immediately? Is that not who this is? Hold on. Okay, so I found this YouTube video called Ahsoka versus Marok. I have absolutely no idea who Marok is. I don't remember what they are. I don't remember. But this is the same character, right? Also, Ahsoka, I think, takes place after Star Wars Rebels, right? So I think that Marok is going to get out of this battle alive, I think. I don't even know, dude. I don't know anymore.
Dead. bones can be broken.
Hang on!
And empires can be shattered.
Hold on. Did you just kill Marok? No, not Marok, my favorite character. Maybe that's a deceptive edit. He swung the lightsaber, and then right before he sliced Marok, or Marok deflected it, they then cut to a different fight scene. Maybe that's what they did. I see you, Dave Filoni. It looks fine. It looks perfectly fine. It just looks like more Dave Filoni animation, which, it's not necessarily a bad thing. I quite enjoyed The Bad Batch, so I think that this could be good. It's just not exciting. I think when it comes to Star Wars at this point, I feel like I need stuff like Andor, which is where you get a really incredible filmmaker that feels like he has a unique vision within the world of Star Wars. I feel like that's what the franchise needs. I feel like this is going to come out. It's probably going to be fine. Hopefully it's really good, but I don't think it's going to excite people in the way that Andor did. But I hope I'm wrong, is all I can really say. Yeah, either way, those were the two trailers. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.